Wasabi guys, welcome back to another Commander must-have video. If you're unfamiliar with the series, basically what I do is I go over some of the more recent sets and I pick cards that I feel that are pretty good for the price and they're must-haves. You can get them pretty easily, and you should. They're pretty cheap and they're playable in so many different decks, or the playability that they do have, the impact that they can have for your specific deck is just incredible. So Mirage Mirror is the one we're going to talk about today from Hour of Devastation. So 2 sets ago, still pretty recent, still in standard, doesn't see any standard play, but is still an incredible card that you should pick up if you haven't already. As far as prices go, you can pick up a regular version of the card for about $1.80, super cheap, under $2. Foils are going to be around $5. Pre-release foil is going to be closer to $7. So it's going to hold some value as a foil. It's still a pretty good card. A lot of people like it in Commander, and it's going to see play in Commander for many different reasons. It's not just a good artifact for artifact decks, although it's a pretty good one. You can throw it into just about every single one. Breya, Sidri, Sharum the Hegemon. It's going to offer you that synergy that you want with clones when it comes to artifact decks. But just in general, for any deck where you can get a use out of copying an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, or a land until end of turn, or even just take advantage of the activated ability with a commander such as Mirage the Pretender, it's going to give you the ability to dodge removal as well, which is another underrated aspect of the card, is that if your opponent thinks they're going to destroy an artifact, you can then pay 2 mana, have it become an enchantment, and it dodges that removal. Or if they have something that destroys both artifacts and enchantments, you can then have it turn it into a land and effectively dodge that removal. So it's a card that's capable of staying on the board, and it should for a long time. It has that ability to just escape any sort of bad situations, and that's a big reason why I love it now. Now obviously in an artifact deck, probably the coolest things that you can copy are going to be awesome mana rocks, or things like Panharmonicon, something that's just insane if you have more copies of it. And you also have some decent creatures that you can copy as well, such as It That Betrays, anything with an insane attack trigger, because you can still attack with the creature. Get the Annihilator, brilliant way to take advantage of some good creatures, copy them for just 2 mana, pretty cool. It's already on the battlefield so it doesn't need haste like a lot of other clones do, and you also have some interesting lands that you can copy as well. Don't forget about that. You have Gaia's Cradles in the format, you have the combo with Dark Depths that you can do, and it's actually quite effective. All you need to do is just sacrifice the real Dark Depths. The Dark Depths that is Mirage Mirror has no counters on it because it entered with no counters, and then it becomes a Mirage token, which, if you know anything about Mirage, quite effective in the format. These awesome creatures that are indestructible, gigantic power and toughness, just a wonderful little interaction there. But even if you are going to find that it's easier to throw into just a typical artifact deck, that's never a bad thing either. And what I mentioned earlier with Mirage the Pretender, Mirage will technically get the activated ability of Mirage Mirror, and instead of treating the activated ability as if it were Mirage Mirror, you instead replace Mirage Mirror with Mirage the Pretender. So if you're wondering how that interaction works, it works with just about every other card that has an activated ability that references the actual card's name. You would treat it as if it were Mirage the Pretender's activated ability, so that's a pretty cool interaction as well. A clone on a commander, pretty cool. So all these things, all the versatility that you have with a card like this, the incredible price that you can get it at, very cheap, under $2. You should have this if you play a lot of artifact decks. You should already have it in your deck. If you're looking for that little bit of utility, you want to fill something in as one of the 99, maybe you're desperate, why not try out this card? Clones already have an awesome presence in the format, something that's just going to sit on the field and give you the option of copying artifacts, creatures, enchantments, and lands, not just creatures like so many clones do. I mean, it's invaluable having that utility to get the best thing on the board out of a 3 mana artifact. Can't really say enough about the card. So anyway guys, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you enjoy this card. If you play with it, you never played with it before, let me know if you've already played with it and you love these combos, or if there's even combos that I don't know about yet. I'd like to hear your guys' input about it. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. Void here, signing off.